Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Blackstone Fortress, the continuing adventures of our band of unlikely friends, let's say. And we're doing another side quest, and as you can see, the side quest is the Heart of Corruption, which adds the Traitor Command content to the game. We're doing it as a one-off side quest just so I can incorporate it instantly, which means it's similar to the other one we did to add in the Amble. Rather than doing a full adventure, you just do a one-off and then you can incorporate it straight into your ongoing adventure to find the hidden vault. So on that note, the exploration decks, the encounter decks, they all have the Traitor Command stuff that you can include if you're just doing a one-off. And we are going to split this into two videos because the actual Heart of Corruption mission, which I'll give you a sneak peek at, that's all you get. It's a very large map and it's a very elongated objective once you get down there, and the path to get down there, which has already been randomized, is 4 cards, 2 challenges, 2 combats. So rather than try and rush through it and end up making more mistakes, we're going to split this across 2 parts. Heart of Corruption Part 1 is not going to involve this, but this is the end goal. So it's almost like a Capture the Flag or King of the Hill type scenario. It's quite interesting, but it looks like it will take a while. So that is going to be separate, but we have our usual band. We have Janice Drake, UR25, Amelin, and the Pious Vorn. They have all their gear as you last saw it. So there's what Vorn has: Incantation Doom, Dark Age Weapon, Bionic Eye. UR is holding Explosive Ammunition, Bionic Muscle Fiber, so he has +1 movement, which I'm going to have to try and remember. A Phoenix Rune to bring him back if he dies. And a Spindle Drone Amulet, so he always counts as low threat if a Spindle Drone attacks him. Amelin is starting on her Inspired side. She's got a Phantasm Rune, a Rune of Witnessing, and the thing that makes her Inspire. And Janice has his secret agenda: Hellfire Shells, Plasma Bomb, Melt a Bomb, and a Mamorph Tusk Blade. So, I think that about covers everything, almost. Oh, there was one last thing. Another new addition to Precipice, the Eye of Vect, which is a Drukhari ship that told Janice about this sinister plot by a traitor guardsman commissar and his Chaos Ogrin deep inside the vault in the Heart of Corruption. So this ship I'm just going to have included. You can take on debt to reroll an activation die or a destiny die to try and get a different result, and then you have to pay off your debt after an adventure, because if you don't, you'll start the adventure with grievous wounds because the Drukhari stabs you and just shanks you for every bit of debt you don't pay off, and you use Archaeotech to pay off the debt. So might not use it as much during the side quest, because during the side quest we're not going to be getting loot, but I've rambled on enough. Let's draw the first card and see what we're doing. Cut them down. See, normal challenge. Each explorer takes 3 weapon actions. The first action is if they were attacking a hostile visible to them. Let's see, is this the one where you do 12 damage? No. It's at range 3. The second weapon action is treated as if the explorer were attacking a hostile visible to them and not in cover at range 4. The third weapon attack is at 5. Add up the damage by each explorer. Every explorer that inflicts a total of 4 damage or more draws a discovery card. We're doing a side quest, so we can't do discovery gains. So we're just going to skip that. And as the siren goes past, I'm going to do a cut in the recording as well until it passes. Alright, the ambulance or siren or whatever it was has gone past. So yeah, we're not going to do the cut them down because then it would be technically breaking the rules for a side quest. I know that technically you should still be able to do the challenge for rewards, but the thing is, inventories are starting to get kind of full, except Vorn because she gave her 4 clues to Amelin when she went on her little side quest. You're only allowed to have 10 things between adventures. During an adventure you can go over 10, but you have to discard down to 10 because of limited space in the cryo chamber. That's the mechanic excuse. So we're not really that desperate because we already have enough clues for another stronghold. It's just we're doing some side stuff first. Okay, we have a combat. It's a basic one from the core box. We will get this set up momentarily. There's 3 combat groups though, so let's see who the 3 combat groups are. 7 Traitor Guardsmen, hostile group 2. 6 Traitor Guardsmen, so they're going to have to split slightly. And then third group, 1 Boreworm Infestation, which is not too bad at all. So we have the combat set up. The Boreworm Infestation is right in the middle there, and then the 2 large bundles of guardsmen at the top there, and they are also guarding the only ways out, and that's all we're really concerned with, is getting out ASAP. So let's see the Destiny dice for the turn. We have a 1. Well then, that is a start. I know we should do initiative first, but I'm over here, so let's just see what Janice gets to play with. 4, 4, 2, 6. And Amelin gets her 4. 4, 4, 6, 1. Okay. That's weird, they almost rolled identical. UR, sadly there's no spindle drones, so there's no opportunity for UR to get an easy inspire. Because really the point of this is getting down to the Heart of Corruption as strong as possible, but if Vorn and UR can inspire, that would be great. Good chance for Vorn to do it though. Hostile Group 1, the number 4 will be in here just because they're all shuffled together, so I'll just discard that for this fight once we draw it. Hostile Group 2, so both groups of guardsmen. Okay. UR. Hostile Group 4 we discard because there's no Hostile Group 4 in this fight. Giannis Drake. The Boarworm Infestation, and that means Vorn is going last. Okay, well that's not too bad actually, because we want the guardsmen to come towards us because they can't see us. So I think we're okay with just letting this ride. Yeah. Well, yeah, we will. We'll let it ride. So Hostile Group 1 is the larger of the two groups of guardsmen. We'll start at this square and just go right. E2 while hidden, hold. Lasgun guy, 10 while hidden is an advance. 1, 2. And he would have fired if he had a shot, but he didn't. 14 is a charge. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then next square, so it's the sergeant. Has a 9 while hidden. It is in advance, rather. 1, 2. Now, I don't really want both these groups of guardsmen to, as a charge, to 1, 2, 1, 2. To mix, because I'll forget who is who. 14 for the grenade guy is a charge. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then the lasgun guy by himself is a rush. Wait, what is rush again? Move towards the closest explorer, then take a charge. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Unfortunately, he's not in the same square because of the boarworm infestation. So that's not a... Does it have to be guardsmen? No, it just has to be 3 hostiles with a single cleansing flame. Okay. Well, Amelin is next up either way. So we shall move 4. 1, 2, 3. Is 3 enough? If she stood there, she would be able to see him because center to center doesn't pass over no man's land. She'll move there. It's not in cover, but they should be dead, so who cares? She'll expend the 4 to do a aimed shot on her side. So it's a re-rollable d12, ignoring cover. Wow. She'll do another one. Oh, obviously it's on the guardsman that's right in front of her. Do you take the hit? No. You re-roll and try for a crit. Thank you. 2 wounds. And then she's going to use her last one, her 6, on the lasgun guardsman. It's re-rollable and ignores cover. Boom. So he pops. She did 4 wounds worth of damage. No, that inspire. Oh, she rolled a 1. She actually got an inspiration point. That'll be useful, perhaps, in the Heart of Corruption. So I shouldn't say it's useless. Hostile Group 2 is the other group of guardsmen. I'm going to make them come down this way just so they're separate. They would technically take the most direct route, but I don't want them to mix. Right to left. 12, in advance. 1, 2. Next one along. A 12, well that would be in advance. 1, 2, I guess I should technically do them that way because I have to go round the door. An 18 is a charge. 1, 2, 1, 2. And lasgun guy by himself. No, wait, no, he's already moved. It's just another 3. 17 is a charge. 1, 2, 1, 2. A 1 is a hold. And then finally, grenade guy has a 10. That is an advance. 1, 2, 1. Oh, sorry, an advance. Just 1 move. A little bit rusty. So UR is up next. What do I want to do with UR? Give me a second. Alright, I think I've decided. Expend the 1 to move 2 because of the bionic muscle fibers. So he's going to go 1, 2. He doesn't want to kill them, so he's not going to use explosive ammunition. He is going to kill this guy to get him out of the way so Vorn can go straight through. So he'll expend a 3. He's at range 2, so it's a d12. And he killed him. And that's from the same group, yes. I don't think he wants to do anything else. So he'll go on Overwatch, I guess. Well, no, the only enemies left to go, or he might as well move. Oh, he's in cover though. No, he doesn't benefit from cover. He'll move there and hope that he gets a turn before those guardsmen next turn. Janus Drake, again, I don't want him to go up the centre. He'll move 4 by spending 2 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he'll just start cutting. So he'll do a 6 for 3 attacks, I guess. Wait, no, that's ranged 1. I mean, I might as well just to guarantee the kill, I guess. So 3 attacks on the Flamer guy, 1 wound. 2 wounds, he's dead. Oh, I didn't roll. Oh, so that's a different group. We'll put that over there. UR's inspiration, nope. And then he will shoot at range 2, which is also D12 with his pistol and rapier. He killed him. So Janus Drake also did 4 wounds worth of damage. And that would be a no. So now the boreworm infestation, which means I need to look at that card. So ideally we need this to not move. A 7 while hidden is a sneak. Can he move without being seen? He has to move closer to an enemy. If he moves there, he's visible. If he moves there, he's visible. He is actually going to stand still. Because if he was there, UR can actually see him right now. So, because there's no cover there. So yeah, he doesn't do anything. Which is perfect, because we're moving into Vorn's turn to end off the turn. She's going to move for 3. 1, 2, 3. That puts him 2 away, and she needs to do a Cleansing Flames, which is a 6. She's got 2 6s, so it's double D12 against everything in the row. We'll start with a Flamer, Boreworm, last guy. Flamer is a wound. Bionic Eye to reroll it. Well, she still did a wound. Boreworm. Now she didn't want to kill anything, but she's killed the Boreworm, and she's killed the other guy. And it has to be in a single Cleansing Flame, so she can't inspire now. I accidentally just killed Amelin. I'm so sorry, Amelin. Well, you know, she's just going to burn the other one. There it goes. So she killed them, but unfortunately it was across 2 Cleansing Flames, not a single one. So that, yeah, she doesn't inspire. She can see the Sergeant, so she's going to shoot her Dark Age weapon at him because it's once per turn anyway, and it's a free action. It's a single D12 at range 4+, because that square to that square isn't obstructed fully. She wounded him. He takes 1 singular wound. And I think she did... The Boreworm has 2 wounds, 2, 4, 6, 7. That would be a natural 20. Nope. Alright, end of turn event. An 18 is Heroic Effort. Nobody needs a Vitality roll, so nothing happens. So as we start a new round here, I totally forgot to spend the Destiny dice, so that was a thing, but still, we got a 2, 4 and a 6, that's good. There's not many enemies left on the board either. Let's do initiative. So Pies of Warren will be going first. That means she can finish what she started, but she can't inspire with the enemies spread out the way they are. You are 25. Oh, okay, we're getting a good turn here. We're getting the peak perfect turn, in fact. Hostile Group 1. We could clear the map here, which would be handy. Hostile Group 2, that's fine. And then activation dice, so these are Janus's. 1, 4, 3, 6. Amelin. 1, 1, 2, 4, less good. You are 25. 1, 4, 6. And the most pious of all Vorns that exist in the world. 2, 2, 3, 4. Good enough. Well, she's immediately going to burn the Sergeant that she hurt last time. That's range 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's less ideal. She's going to move first. 1, 2. I don't think... No, she's going to have to be point blank, which means she's going to have to use her Chain Blade, unfortunately. No, actually, she'll use her Dark Age weapon. Point blank, double D12. It's a once per turn deal. She did another wound to him. He's got 1 left. It's a very sturdy Sergeant. Let's see how a Chain Blade does, which is a D12 at point blank. Killed him. Goodbye. Let's just remove those wound counters real quick, and ideally I want her to finish off the squad. Yeah, she'll move and then to Chain Blade again. 1, 2, 3, so she's adjacent. She can't loot or anything because we're doing a side quest. and she'll immediately try and chain blade the survivor of that squad. She killed him. Sprat. Which is 4 wounds because the sergeant already had one. She actually got an inspiration point. Sometimes being good at rolling low is handy. And she's ended her turn in cover as well, just in case anything goes wrong. Speaking of which, UR25. He's going to expend the 4, which increases his move by 2, but then the legs put him at 3. 1, 2, 3. He's right in there. And then he's going to do a Power Claw. Power Claw, which is double D8. Killed him. That's a separate squad. Put that there. Doing okay with keeping them separate, but now he can't see any of them. He's going to use the 2 off the board to move 1, technically 2, because of his leg upgrade. And then he'll do another Power Claw attack on the top guardsman, and he killed them. Splat as well. He might as well, Janice is better at close combat. No, we'll save the Destiny Dice for Janice. Did he inspire? He did not. Amelin's first. Amelin, what are you going to do, Amelin? You're going to spend 2 1s to move 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you'll spend your own 4 to call the elevator. So we'll just do that. Our elevator and escape is here. And she could technically just snipe the sergeant. Will she snipe the sergeant? Yes she will. She'll use the 4 off the board to snipe, so it's a rerollable d12. Rerollable d12. She only wounded him. He's not in cover. Alright, Janice is going to have to handle that. She's going to spend her 2 to get in the elevator. And end her turn there. So Janice moves 2, moves 4. 1, 2, 3 is the best he can do, because then he has to stop. He will spend his 4, which leaves him with a 6, to do a point blank flurry of attacks. Did a wound. Spend the 6 to do 3, so there we go. And then he'll spend the 6 off the board to shoot at the sergeant. Wounded him. So the sergeant is going to get a turn. Reinforcement rolls for the first group. No one comes back, so hostile group 1 is done. Does the boar worm come back? It does not. And then does group 2 get any reinforcements? It does. Oh wait, no, sorry, no. No, it does not. It's 3 or less. So the sergeant, who can be seen within range 2, is a 19. That's not engaged, that's close. Charge. Roar. He attacks UR point blank with his pistol and chain blade. Melee weapon. Double D8. He hits UR with a crit. Rerollable D12 defense. Do you take it and put it down to a normal wound? You do. You do. So UR takes a wound. And then that's immediately round over. So end of turn event. 13. Escape chamber. Thank goodness I called it, although it wouldn't really have mattered. New round. So our goal this turn is ideally to get everybody out, but it will not be with the help of many Destiny dice, because all we get is a 5. That's not so good. We'll make do. Let's see what the order of initiative is. So that's the boarworm infestation, and that's UR, so he's going to have to be the one to finish off the sergeant. That's annoying. Amlin wasn't really going to do much, so that's also annoying. Hostile group 1 against the larger group of guardsmen. Hostile group 2 is the slightly smaller by 1. Then we have Vorn, the most pious of all, and Janice Drake. Janice is going to attempt his free gambit for being inspired. He can go anywhere he wants. I don't care if the infestation comes back. We're going to switch with hostile group 1 because that's the larger group of guardsmen. And then we're going to take that and we're going to say, does the boarworm come back? 3. Yes, it does. It does indeedy. So it's going to pop out here, and it can't attack, so it's going to move because it's only got close range. That's annoying. Oh, we have to roll activation dice. I totally forgot. Janice's activation dice. 4, 5, 6, 1. Good enough. Amelin, who isn't doing very much. 2, 2, 3, 3. UR only gets to roll 2. And he gets a 2 and a 4. Pies Vorn. 4, 5, 2, 2. It's with all the 2, 2 twins houses. Alright, either way. So the boarworm came back, had to do a move because it couldn't attack. UR gets a turn. He's immediately going to spend the 5 off. No, he's going to spend his 2. That's the more efficient way to do it. Try and kill the sergeant. Just needs to do a wound. He did a wound. He killed him. Blip. So they're gone. Over there, and then he's going to move. Move for that would be 2 up to 3. 1, 2, 3. He'll spend the 5 off the board to move another 3. 1, 2, 3. He can't get out this turn. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, Amelin is going to go. She can't see the boarworm because it's in cover, so she has to move out. 1, 2, 3. She moves 4. And then she'll spend a 3 to Chain Blade, or whatever it's called, Power Blade, which is double D12. She did nothing. She'll Power Blade it again, and she killed it. And then she'll immediately spend her 2 to walk right back in. Boarworm, gone. She's hiding in there. We go over to Janice. Janice is spending at least 2 to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want him in a better position than that. He'll spend his 5 and then go on Overwatch. Down to a 5. That's 2 more bits of movement. Put him in cover. Do Hostile Group 2. Does Hostile Group 2 come back? No. Then it's Pies of Warren. She's just going to get in the elevator, I guess. Go on Overwatch with a 4 and a 5. Right there. Does the Hostile Group 1 come back? 18. They do not. End of turn event. A 5. Not dead yet. The boarworm infestation comes back from the dead. So we are going to begin the next battle round, but I forgot. I imagine Janice's Overwatch would trigger on the enemy getting back up. I'm honestly not sure. Let's just see if it matters. Flurry of attacks would be 2 attacks. He killed it in 1. I'm just going to say it's dead. And depending on the order here, as long as we get UR and Janice. Nope. Janice. Nope. It's the boarworm again. We could do a gambit though. Because if we get Janice, they're just walking out before enemies have a chance to respawn, so we will simply end the combat, but we do need to know the full order in case the gambit fails. There we go. So Janice is trying his free gambit. He can go wherever he wants. He is swapping with Hostile Group 3. All the adventurers get to go first, so no matter what dice they have, they're getting in the elevator, and we are ending this combat. So for ending that combat, we get to do a vitality roll on UR. And he healed his wound. Perfect. So, we know there's one more combat and one more challenge. Let's see what we're getting. It is a combat and it's an ambush. Okay. With a cross section in the middle and 3 combat groups. But that's good though, because that means we just need to push into one of the groups to get out with as little damage as possible. Speaking of which, Hostile Group 1 is the dreaded Amble. Oh no. Hostile Group 2 is 3 Negavolt Cultists. That's okay. Hostile Group 3, 4 Traitor Guardsmen. I believe we'll be pushing in towards the Traitor Guardsmen and running for our lives, but let's get this set up. So the ambush is set up, and you can see on the card there's only 3 ambush slots. So, well, actually no, I was just going to say that it must mean that you only put 3 people down, but they can of course share a square. So never mind, I wasn't thinking that through very much. So UR is going to be there. I was going to say, oh no, he doesn't get to be there, but he absolutely does because they can share squares. In fact, on that note, Vorn is sharing that square as well. We don't have to use all 3. So, Destiny Dice. Oh no, we lose 3 6s. We keep a 2 and a 4. That's okay. Let's see activation dice before we do initiative order. 2 2 5 6 for Giannis. Amelin. 3 3 5 6. She's liking the duplicate numbers. Back up to 3 for UR. 1 2 3. Well, that's a thing that happened. Again, no spindle drones to inspire on. 1 1 5 6 for Pious Vorn. Okay, let's see what the order is. UR 25. Hostile Group 1 is the Amble. Oh dear. Pious Vorn. Hostile Group 3 is the Negavolt Cultists. Hostile Group 2 is the Guard. Oh, this is not a good order at all. Then we have Amelin. And then Janice. Well, Janice is definitely trying his free gambit. And boy, do we want it. So of course we don't get it. Amelin is going to try... No, Vorn is going to try and gambit. Well, no, she's going after the... She could totally inspire here. She'll need her dice to do it, though. You are going to have to... You are going to take a double hit from the amble. It's like almost certainly. There's no way for me to get the amble to attack the enemies with where he started in relation to where the enemies are, unfortunately. He's got 16 wounds, so I don't want to kill him. I was just looking at his card there to double check his wound count. But what is you are going to do with this turn with him going first? It means Janice would get hit. Oh, that's a tough one. Well, we're going to accept the turn order. He's going to move 2, 1+1 for the bionic legs, and he's going to go 1, 2, and then he'll step forwards and then attack, because he'll have to stop his movement there, and then he'll attack close range, which is double d8. He'll attack the guardsman by himself, and he wounds him, but does not kill him. He'll spend the 2 off the board to try and kill him. Oh, come on, he'll spend the 4 off the board to kill him. Thank you. Good grief. It's a very sturdy guardsman, but now we have no destiny dice. So now it's the dreaded Amble, and he's 1, 2, 3 away. Here's his AI card. Close. 17 is a charge. Rawr. So that is a see-through wall bit here, so he can see Janice, so he is going to attack him. And that's double d8. He misses, but the Amble gets to go twice. So his next, and he's currently engaged, would be an onslaught. So he's going to attack Janice twice, for a total of 3 attacks. First attack, it's a miss, that was very lucky. Second attack will be a crit, because I said that. He missed 3 times. Get wrecked, Amble. Vorn, this is your chance. This is your chance. 3, 1. She's just going to move 1. Wait, is she already ideal range? 1, 2, 3. Never mind, she's not moving yet. Take that back. Because she can already burn from where she is. Because it's range 3. Yeah, 2 to 3. Cleansing Flame. First guardsman. Kills it. Second guardsman. Kills it. Come on. Third guardsman. Reroll with Bionic Eye. She got all 3. The most pious of Vorns has inspired. Her legacy will be remembered. Although first of all she's moving 6 and then calling the elevator before we get a escape chamber event. So she's going 1, 2, 3. Calling it. It calls it a weird angle for this one for whatever reason. It's like it's meant to be like that, I think. Yeah. All right. So she's called the elevator. She still keeps her inspiration point because she can spend it on a reroll. She flips her card over, which is perfect because we'll be killing a lot of guardsmen once we get down to the actual mission we're doing. Okay. So the guardsmen have been wiped out. Do they come back? They do not. The Negavolt cultists are up next. Starting with that one and then the other 2, they are all within 2. 1, 2, 3, or sorry, within 2 to 3. But that would be other, because their AI card is a little basic. Rush, a move and then attack. Weather this storm, Janice. Weather this storm. D8 3 times. Miss. Crit. Miss. So 1 crit to dodge. His defense is a d8. Nope, he takes a Grievous. Now the only upside of this is that only 2 people can fit on that square because Negavolt cultists are large. So next one, also close, or other. 7, charge. He's also attacking 3 times. First hit, nothing. Second hit is a normal hit. Third hit is nothing. So just 1 normal hit to block. He doesn't block it. Janice. So that's a normal wound. Alright, smack dab there. And then the last one can't get in, but it'll still roll, I guess. A 9 would be a charge, but he can't get in, so he would have to get there and stop there. So, then it's Amelin. She's running. Just there. How much is that? That would be 16. 1, 2, she's in. She's out. She's fine. Janice, on the other hand, can only move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not getting out this turn, but the Amble sees them as the closest target, which makes the next turn potentially interesting. End of turn event. 19. Heroic effort. Janus is making a Vit roll, which is also D8. He can get rid of his normal wound. Perfect. We'll take that. So we're not going to be in too much of a rush here on the assumption that the Amble... Oh, we actually keep all of them. On the assumption that the Amble goes before the Negavolt Cultist, because he'll create a super large word block that they can't get through. So initiative order, Amelin, she's safe, so that's... Well, she's got perfect line of sight down the corridor, actually. Hostile Group 2 is the Negavolt Cultist, that's the worst possible outcome. Okay, where's Janus, because he's hurting. Hostile Group 3 is the Dead Guardsman. There's the Amble. And then Vorn and Janus are the last two, obviously, and that's the order they were in. So Janus is only rolling 3. 1, 5, 6. Amelin is rolling 4. We did want high numbers because she's going to Overwatch. You are 2, 4, 6. And Vorn 1, 3, 4, 6. Fair enough. We'll try the Gambit with Janus. He can swap with someone adjacent. That would just be Vorn. Doesn't really matter. Alright, Amelin's turn. She's got perfect line of sight. If she turns to not face the wall, to shoot all the way down that entire corridor with her sniper. So the 1 just gets discarded. This goes down to a 3. This goes down to a 5. And that goes down to a 1. She will Overwatch with all of them. So then it's the Negavolt Cultists. They don't see the Amble as an enemy, but the Amble sees them as an enemy. So they're all hidden currently. 15 while hidden. Charge. 1, 2, 3. They charge 3, right? Yeah. So that is going to be 3 d8s against UR. There's 2. And the third one is a normal hit. Rerollable d12 defense. He blocked it with spades on. A 3 while hidden. Recharge. He isn't wounded. If it doesn't have a wound, treat it as an advance. 1, 2, 3. And attack. Nothing. Nothing. Being very lucky at rolling nothings on d8s. He can't get through, but he'll still have to activate. Charge. So he's stuck in the corridor with an Amble breathing down his neck. Good. It's UR's turn. He doesn't need to fight. He's just going to move and get in the elevator. Just clambering into the elevator. Let the Amble eat the cultists. Now it's the guardsmen who are dead. Do any of them come back? They do. That would be 2 of them. And they come back at an elevator closest to us. That's equidistant. They wouldn't want to come out by the Amble, but they would also go 1, 2 and do a move to be there. So then it's the Amble, and he would count as engaged, right? Because it's within 2. Well, within 3, sorry, 1, 2, well, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, yeah. A 2 while engaged is advance. He'll attack the Negavolt Cultist with double d8. He critted it unless he shrugs the wound, which he does because of his friends. So then his other action, now that he's engaged, 7 while engaged, and is an advance. Well, he can't move, so he'll just hit the cultist again. No, okay, never mind. The Amble does nothing. Vorn and Janus take their turn. They get into the elevator. We get out. I'm just going to roll Janus's Vit roll now while I'm remembering, because we have one more challenge to do still as well. He turned his Grievous into normal. So after the challenge that we're about to draw, he might be able to get rid of that as well. We're back in the elevator. It is time for the last challenge. Countdown. A booby-trapped stasis field protects a treasure of the Blackstone Fortress. Leader picks an explorer. That explorer can either leave the trap alone or attempt to disarm it. Well, we're doing a side quest, so we're just going to ignore it. I'm curious what it is. If they leave the trap alone, nothing happens. If they attempt to disarm the trap, the player who controls the explorer takes the destiny dice, and on a count of 3, 2, 1, rolls them. They then have 20 seconds to stack the destiny dice one on top of the other to form a column of dice without it falling over. That's fun. First dice in the column must be a 1 to 5. So you start at 1, you go up to 5. I'm not going to do this for a reward. I'm just going to do it because it sounds funny. So, how long do you have to do it? You get challenge is completed. You draw a discovery card. If not, roll destiny dice again and the explorer suffers 1 wound for each roll of a 4+. Ouch. Where's the total time you're allowed to do it in? Let's see. If they attempt to disarm trap, roll dice, blah 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 blah. The player can reroll any dice at any time. Am I just missing the part where it says how long you get given to do this? Rolls them 20 seconds. Okay. I'm just doing this for fun. Let's see if I can start a timer on my watch. Hey Siri, start a 20-second timer. He's doing it. Go. I didn't get a 1. I need a 1. How am I supposed to stack them if I don't have... Well, maybe I'm allowed to change them to whatever I need. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. You know what, let's just say they're... Doing it in one hand is hard enough. There's 3. Especially when you're holding a heavy camera. 4. I didn't quite do it. Timer done. I didn't do it. So how much would someone have been wounded by? They would have taken 3 wounds. But that was just for fun. We have made it down to the heart of corruption. That's a fun challenge though. Again, it doesn't take into consideration holding a heavy camera, but still. We are down into the heart of corruption, so that is going to conclude part 1 of this side quest adventure. Part 2 is going to be a very large map, and we're going to be collecting bombs to destroy a warp portal, but we'll go into all the specifics next time, so come back for that soon. Hope you enjoyed this one though. Ta for now.